Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. You know what's so crazy? This has not been the best season. I think that a lot of us have come to that. At least we can agree on that, right? But they say that they say numbers wise, they say this is the highest rated season. That's what they said. I guess when you factor in like the streaming numbers and all that good stuff, I don't know. The season is a mess. Oh, I know I say this every week. And I know y'all tired of me saying this, but they're gonna have to break it up. Somebody has to get a pink slip and a white box at the end of this season. Somebody or somebodies, okay? At least two of them needs to go. And I'm gonna tell y'all who my top two are. And I'm gonna keep saying this every week. And I know it's probably not gonna happen. I know. Well, one of them I could see. The other one I know is probably not gonna happen. But Gizelle and Ashley, it's time to go ahead and give them the walking papers. It is. And y'all know Ashley is my girl. I know some of y'all just rolled y'all eyes. Y'all know Ashley is my girl, low key. But I have to say, Ashley, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But before Ashley, I would keep Ashley over Gizelle. Gizelle should be number one on the hit list. I hate that I come down here, or we come down here, and kind of wish unemployment on someone. I know that's not fair because I don't want anyone to be without a job. Because I know that for a lot of these girls, this is their money. Right? Because we saw how Gizelle was living, girl, before she got that $9,000 tear down cabin. Shout out to Candace. But like at any other job, if you want to keep your job, you have to be good at your job. At my job, I was threatened a few times to be released to the community. I knew I was cutting up. I had already mentally checked out of that job. So quiet as it's kept, I didn't even care. Okay. So if they called me to HR one day, I would have been like, all right, I see y'all, girl, 'cause I didn't care. But I just think it's time. They have to. The girls, I think what it is the girls start to get comfortable. And with any job, when you start to get comfortable, girl, your employment could be at risk. Anyways, so this episode was called Fool's Gold. Girl, Miss Ashley, I got something for you. Girl, let's just talk. We're just gonna talk. Girl, we're just gonna talk. We're gonna have a good time today. Okay, so listen. Wendy and Candace. All the girls are having a conversation. Wendy and Candace walk over. Wendy say, what was y'all talking about? I'm assuming somebody told Wendy, maybe a producer, told Wendy, girl, they talking about you, girl, go over there and break it up. So Wendy go over there. She breaks up the scene. What are y'all talking about? Gizelle, we can talk about it later. See, this is the problem with Gizelle. Gizelle knows. She knows. On top of Gizelle not liking Wendy and Candace, she knows that verbally, she cannot handle Wendy nor Candace. It's not even fair, right? Because if they got into it, if they even got into not even just a old nasty tongue tussle, even a situation like this where we're having a conversation, Gizelle still would not come up on top because Gizelle won't be able to make her points. Y'all see how quick that stuff was flying off Wendy's tongue, right? I'm not having this conversation because anytime we have this conversation, you're always whipping out. You see how fast it was coming off Wendy's tongue. That's what Wendy does for a living. I be trying to tell the girls that. Girl, Wendy debates for a living. Hello? So Gizelle don't want to have the conversation. Why? Say what you got to say. Because the truth of the matter is, if you really felt that someone was disrespecting your daughter, open up your mouth. Because I don't have no kids, but I got nieces. And if I really felt that if someone was disrespecting my daughter, no, it ain't nothing we're going to talk about it later. Quite as discussed, we will talk about it when it happened. It ain't nothing to talk about later because it's happening right now. Okay? When Wendy says that you weaponize your daughter against me, did y'all hear Nneka say, what does weaponize mean? I need to understand. Girl, I'm sorry. Girl. I really am trying to give Nneka a chance because I know what the tea was for this season. I know why Nneka was brought. We all know why Nneka was brought into the fold, right? And it was to go after Dr. Wendy. And she just looks like a fool to me. But when you say stuff like, what does weaponize mean? I need to understand. You're trying to be funny, right? Because Wendy is talking, but in the process, you're making yourself look like a clown. Nobody has to sit here and give a class on what weaponize mean, because you absolutely understand. Like, girl, if you want to join in on the conversation, if you want to try to get a lick at Wendy, girl, do it. I'm not mad at it. But girl, at least, like, don't make yourself look dumb in the process. Karen says they both give each other funky faces. Listen, I said this, I'm gonna say it again. It's no different. I don't know if y'all noticed, but even when Gizelle walked into Wendy's and Eddie's party a couple of weeks ago, I did not say, oh, y'all saw Gizelle? How's she gonna walk in there and not speak? Yes, you're supposed to speak when you walk into someone's place, right? But I knew Gizelle wasn't gonna speak. It wasn't no need for me to even have a conversation about it. Even when Gizelle was sitting at the table and she was doing this with her phone while Eddie and Wendy were giving their speeches, I didn't say, girl, y'all saw Gizelle? Go back and look at it. I didn't say it. Because I already know what happens when you don't like someone, as childish as it may sound, as childish as it is. When that person is talking, especially in these type of environments, right? Now, you might not do it at your job. Oh, my titty itch. Ooh, okay. Anyways, you might not do it at your job, but like at a professional setting, you might just sit there, you know, but in your head, you probably thinking like, oh, I can't stand, girl, I hope she shut up, girl. But in these type of settings, girl, you might do a little carrying on. Nobody is talking about your child, Gizelle. Nobody cares if anybody is talking about your mother. I'm not talking about Gizelle. I'm just saying if anybody in a group is talking about their mother, their fathers, their nieces, nephews, they're going to roll their eyes if they don't like the person. It has nothing to do with what's coming out of your mouth. It just has to do with the fact that something is coming out of your mouth. And girl, I don't like you. Hello? Like, I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. They wasn't rolling their eyes at Grace. They were just rolling their eyes because they don't like you. Girl, that's it. That's really it. Anyways, Candace says, I don't like Gizelle. Girl, that's what I'm saying. Candace, I got something for you too. But I think everybody gonna get a little wig tugging. Most of them, not everybody. Most of them gonna get a little wig tugging this episode. That's our new thing, girl. Our new thing is when we got to tug on some wigs, whether it's man or woman, non-binary, non-gender conforming. Girl, our new thing is, girl, we got to go tug on a couple of wigs. Girl, just a little tug. Girl, just a little tug, right? You know, Candace says that she don't like Gizelle. I want the girls to just start talking plain. Speak plain to me, Sheldon. That's from Dirty Laundry. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Girl, I just want the girls to start talking plain. I don't like her. So anything she got to say, I'm going to roll my eyes. Hello? Girl. Ashley. Why did you chuckle, babe? Girl, I tell you. The same reason why we chuckling at you, Ashley. You over there, girl, with a credit card that you scared to use and money for Uber Eats. Girl talking about Mia thought she was digging for gold, but she hit fool's gold. Girl, no, the only fool out of everybody is actually Ashley. If we're gonna be honest about it. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, girl, but the only person that looks like a fool is Ashley. Cause Mia got in where she fit in. Mia married someone who had more money than her, and when the money dried up, Mia got her purse and her keys, honey, and she punched it. Mia already got a new man. Ashley, you sitting in a house that you cannot afford, dealing with a man who, girl, you thought you was gonna get over. I tried to tell y'all, as much as we don't like Michael ain't no dummy when it comes to his money. You think this is Michael's first time at the rodeo? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me shut up. Okay. Why did you chuckle, babe? Girl. Honestly, anytime Ashley has a chance to turn on Candace, she will. I'm hoping, because I know Candace is not a dumb girl. I know Candace is doing what she has to do in order to keep that check. I know we get into this argument all the time, but I'm telling y'all, girl, that's what it is. And I don't too much blame them. Girl, them girls make a lot of money. Like I said, and I say it all the time, we deal with the shit we deal with at our jobs, and we ain't even making nothing compared to what they make. We dealing with the shit we dealing with at our jobs, making $15, $20, $25 an hour. And start barely getting by. And we still stay there and, girl, deal with the mess. So, of course, Candace gonna try and keep this job. I will, too. Hello? Especially because I don't want to have to go back asking for my mama money. Because Candace don't want to have to go back asking the bank of Dorothy for nothing. Because we know how Dorothy was cutting up. They have a party for Ashley. Ashley was supposed to have a party. Remember when all that smoking stuff was happening in D.C.? I was in D.C. that week. I almost canceled my trip. I still remember. I was like, oh, girl, we don't need to go. It was me, my sister, and my brother-in-law. We went to D.C. Because they were talking about how, girl, you couldn't go outside. Girl, I'm not going to D.C. to be sitting in my room all day. Now, I might sit in my room half the day because I got stuff to do, and it's probably hot outside. It wasn't even hot outside. I think it was cool. Anyways, I was in D.C. that week when all that mess was going on. But then by the time we made it there, everything was fine. But we almost canceled our trip. Anyways, so they have a party for Ashley, a birthday party. I feel like that was giving Ashley her send-off. Girl, they started talking about her parties, her children. That looked like a send-off to me. Did it look like a send-off to y'all? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, Gizelle looked nice. I said, okay, Miss Gizelle. Gizelle looked nice with the little gold dress on. I said, oh, that's the best she done ever looked. Okay? I don't know if that's good or bad, especially being that we're 8 seasons in and you finally got it together. Girl, at the end of the 8th season. Anyways. But Gizelle looked nice. Robyn and Candace. Karen brings up the whole Robyn and Candace mess. This is one of those situations where some of us just won't agree. And that's completely fine, of course. I'm just gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on. Watch what I say gonna turn into 25 minutes. Girl, okay? Girl, all I'm saying is this. While it did appear that Robyn had Chris's back, it did. But then Robyn switched up. And at one point during the season, don't sit here and play in my face, Robyn started talking about Chris and Candace pretty much need to get over it and let it go. Now, did that not happen? And at that point, she was pretty much done playing good cop to Gizelle's bad cop. So now I'm trying to figure out, girl, I tried to have y'all back, but girl, y'all won't let it go. And Candace, you need to go apologize to Gizelle. You know, that was the whole Gizelle's thing. Candace hasn't come and talked to me yet. Who is this white man? Girl, he kind of fine. A little bit. Girl, this white man kind of fine. Not even a little bit. Okay. I know that's right, white man. Girl, one thing about it, two things for sure. I'm gonna get distracted by a man. That's a damn shame. Anyways, but yeah, Robyn soon switched up, and she was tired of playing good cop to Chris's bad cop. Robyn was in on a lot of the mess. Y'all just refuse to believe it, right? Like, I know that Robyn be in on the mess. I don't think Robyn is as bad as Gizelle and Ashley the duo of them, right? But I think that Robyn is still a mess. Even when it came to Chris messaging Ashley, right? Remember, Ashley had a story. Chris was at work when he used to work at that rooftop place. Chris replied to Ashley's story and it went in her DM. And Ashley tried to make it seem as though Chris was in her DMs, knowing damn well anytime you reply to anybody's story on IG, it automatically goes in the DM, right? It's not like he was in your DMs, okay? But the gag was when Chris was replying to Ashley's story, Ashley was really out with Robyn, but they tried to make it seem as though production went in and edited the messages or the appearance of the messages, right? To make it seem as though Chris had sent a message to Ashley while Ashley was out with another girl, when she was really out with Robyn. So Robyn even knew that and she didn't say nothing. Robyn didn't have their back like that the way that it first appeared. She didn't. She just didn't. At first, yeah, the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then she was over it. Now I gotta go back over to my homegirl because y'all, you doing too much. You're supposed to be over this by now. I tried to have your back. Now I gotta go back over to the head bitch in charge, which is Gizelle, right? The HBIC, who she run all this. So we tried to do it. It ain't working out. I gotta go. And then when we get to the reunion, girl, the big thing was, oh, what? Can we just all agree that a married man has a room in a single woman, while your husband is in a room with a single woman? That's what the people mean when they say, girl, you wanted to talk about what everybody else was doing, but girl, not what was going on in your own shit. Right? We can't let's say that a married man shouldn't be in a room with a single woman. Let's use you for an example, Robyn. Let's use Juan as an example, Robyn. So I don't know why people think it's so far-fetched that Robyn knew parts of what was going on, and because she did not want to talk about her own story, they chose to go in on Chris. And from what the word on the street is from Carlos King, he heard that basically the season was boring, or I guess the way they were going to go into the season was boring. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the girls decided to switch it up. And that's when they said, we're going to go after Chris. That's what the word on the street is. So again, it's not too far-fetched that Robyn knew. Girl. Now, Candace. Girl, you look dumb. Talking about, I don't know. Do you think that Robyn would do that? I don't know. Now, this is the part where I was confused with you, Miss Candace Dilla Bassett. Either you were saying you don't know because, girl, you don't want to argue and fuss and fight about it no more. Because at this point, if we're going to be honest about it, y'all, there's really no need to continue to talk about Candace and Robyn, even though we just did. But there's no need to talk about Candace and Robyn on the show because they've already had their one-on-one. They met up and they came to the conclusion that, girl, it is what it is. So at this point, it is what it is. What Karen should have been bringing up was Gizelle and Candace. You want to bring up Robyn and Candace, girl, we don't care. It's a done. It's a wrap. It's a donezo. Girl, it's over. But anyways, back to Candace. Candace says that she doesn't know. But she also says it doesn't even matter. So I didn't know if Candace just meant I don't know as I don't know if she really has something to do with it, or I don't know because I don't care. But girl, you need to elaborate on that, honey. Because everybody thinking that, girl, you trying to get back in Robyn's good graces. And that's what it looked like too. But we also trying to understand, girl, what is this friendship? That girl, when I tell you that threw me for a loop, bitch, girl. I am still trying to understand, where did this friendship from Robyn and Candace stem from, and why we ain't never seen it? Why we ain't never seen this friendship that you speak of? Girl, we don't watch this show for 8 seasons. You've been on since season 3. And ain't nobody, girl, ever got from Candace and Robyn, big sister, little sister. Anyways, girl. Robyn basically says she chooses to go on Twitter. Another thing, too, I want to say about Candace. I'm glad I wrote this down. Candace, girl, yes, you have every right to be mad at Robyn. And even though I don't think that Candace did anything that was so unforgivable, right? Candace, girl, the fact of the matter is you were on Twitter. Girl, it is what it is. Stop trying to act like you did not engage in the mess. Yes, you had every right to. But it does not take away from the fact that you did it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Candace wants to play this game of acting as if she doesn't know why Robyn is mad. Robyn is mad because you got on Twitter talking about her. Now, what you said was not that bad, like Robyn is trying to make it seem. Like she's trying to make it seem as though you're Karen. Like the way that Karen drags the dog out of Robyn, and even was at BravoCon and said that Robyn should not be on the show. Hello, catch that tea. But you want to be mad at Candace? Girl, we know why you mad at Candace, because the truth of the matter is Gizelle is mad at Candace. Anyways, but yeah, Candace, stop acting like you wasn't down on the Twitter. Because you was down on the Twitter cutting up and acting the fool. Not cutting up and acting the fool, but girl, you said what you said. But then Robyn, also, you shut up too. Because you want to sit here and say that, oh, Candace is weaponizing whatever, getting on Twitter. As if your ass wasn't down to the podcast charging $5, talking about you believe that Chris was messing with the girl who said that Chris got her pregnant. You down to the podcast and Candace down to the Twitter. Karen and Gizelle. It's about to start raining. I need to go inside. So listen. This is all I got to say. Karen pulls Gizelle outside. Gizelle pulls Karen outside. She wants to have a conversation. She feels as though Karen switches up when she's with Candace and Wendy. Let me tell y'all something. I don't give a good goddamn what nobody got to say. What Gizelle was trying to tell Karen, but she couldn't say it on the show, is, bitch, you need to get on board. Because I'm trying to ice these heifers out, and you're not doing what I want you to do. You're not playing along. You need to get on board. It ain't got nothing to do with Karen switching up when she around Candace and Wendy, because she don't. Even when Mia tried to pull that stunt later on in the episode talking about you just get mean. What did she say? You just get mean when you're around Candace and Wendy. Girl, shut up. Karen been dragging y'all asses since season 1. It ain't got nothing to do with when Candace and Wendy come around. Gizelle wants Karen to stop talking to Candace and Wendy so she could continue or try to ice them out. That's what it comes down to. And just like Karen told her, because she has a problem with Karen not standing up. Now, I will say Karen, I have said and I will continue to say it. Karen with the riding the fence shit, that shit gets old. Karen is too mature and too much of she's just too mature. That Karen needs to take the road of you right, you wrong, you wrong, you right, or y'all both wrong, y'all both right. That whole humping the fence, want to ride the fence, not want to call people out because it's I think it's just tired laden through. I hate when Karen do that shit. I don't think she really did it earlier. Now that one she did do it earlier, but she was right when she said y'all both make funky faces, and that was the truth. But she's trying to make it seem as though she felt like Karen should have said something because Wendy was talking about Grace and they thought kids were off limits. Girl, she didn't say nothing because she didn't think that Wendy was talking about Grace. And the truth of the matter is, just like Karen told her, if you felt, I'm paraphrasing, if you felt that your child was being disrespected, you say something. That's your child. You want to sit there on mute while everybody else fight your battles. No. You don't like Candace, you don't like Wendy, so therefore you don't want to talk to them, but you're going to let your child get disrespected, but you expect everybody else to stand up for Grace? No. If you felt like Grace was being disrespected, open up your fucking mouth and say something. If not, I ain't got nothing to say. But I'm not worried about your grown-ass daughter. That's what she should have said. Oh, girl, it's about to rain. Girl, I gotta finish this in the house. Girl, I gotta go. Girl, I'm gonna get caught in the rain. Trying to be messy. I'll talk to y'all later. Hold up. Girl, where's the mic? Girl, I don't know where that rain came from. It literally, the sun was just out. The sun was out. It wasn't too hot. Clearly, right? Because I got this jacket on. I wasn't sweating. It felt good outside. But it didn't look like it was about to rain. And all of a sudden, I saw a drop. And I'm like, at first I thought it was some bird poo. And I was like, no, that's a rain. That's a drop. Good. Anyways, we hear y'all. Now, what was I at? Talking about Gizelle? Gizelle is mad at Karen, basically. You had an opportunity to open up your mouth, but you want me to. Like she said, you don't want to talk to Candace. She said that in the confessional. You don't want to talk to Candace or Wendy, but you want me to fight your battles for you. No. Gizelle is a mess. I know exactly what Gizelle is doing. Gizelle is trying to get as many people on board to ice Candace and Wendy out. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is too. Another thing, Gizelle ain't never got over the fact. We going there today, and I'm saying it. Gizelle has never gotten over the fact that Wendy and Candace cursed her ass out to the white meat. Because the truth of the matter is, I don't think that Gizelle likes the fact that not only did I get cursed out, but I also got cursed out by 2 black bitches, 2 dark skinned. That's what's really turned Gizelle up on the inside. I don't care what nobody got to say. Y'all want to be able to do what y'all want to do in the name of the show. For Gizelle, which includes coming after folks' families, husbands, but then expect that in the name of the show, I shouldn't hang your ass to you. I'm going to tear you up. You better go a different route. Just this is the thing. We've talked about this. I've talked about this online. Gizelle really wasn't this bad the first 3 seasons, I believe. It was season 4 when Monique. I'm not giving Gizelle no grace, but I'm just saying I know what it is. Gizelle really did like Sherman. She did. And then when Messy Monique, right, they all messy, but when Messy Monique brought on Sherman's ex-wife, and they were about to start revealing Sherman's secrets. Sherman got ghosted, and Gizelle has not been the same ever since. So Gizelle, this is what I've told myself in my head. This is what I've told myself. I'm acting like I talk to these women. I feel that Gizelle thinks that y'all came after my relationship first. And ever since then, even though it was Monique, she got it out for everybody. So basically, I feel like Gizelle thinks that y'all used me as a storyline. Y'all made me lose my relationship with this man who I really, really cared about, and y'all didn't care. So now, each season, I'm going to do the same thing to y'all. That don't make it right, but I understand why she feels that way. If she feels that way, I think that's what she feels. Girl. But even if you say you're doing it for the show because y'all did it to me, you can't then be upset when you go after somebody's husband or family and then they come and cuss your ass out like Wendy cursed her out and Candace cursed her out. And Candace really ain't said nothing to Gizelle. Y'all want to make it seem as though, oh, she mad because Gizelle called her white. Gizelle said her own goddamn self out of her own mouth that she could pass for white. That's what Gizelle said. Excuse me. That's what Gizelle said. Giselle said it. Go back and watch season 1 reunion. Gizelle said she could pass for white. Ashley was on Giselle's ass. Katie was on Giselle's ass. So Candace coming to the reunion last year saying that she sent her white looking ass over there. Yeah, that ain't nothing Gizelle ain't heard before. Because she said it out her own mouth. She just mad because Candace, the way it came out of Candace's mouth. Okay? Anyways. Ashley is supposedly talking to some football player or ex-football player, Vernon. Vernon looked fine as hell, I ain't gonna lie. Girl, I would have fucked him. Girl, I would have. I would have. Hello, y'all know I would have. Ashley ain't messing with that black man. I don't think that Ashley is not attracted to black men. I don't know. But let me tell y'all something. Ashley is not going to do anything that could potentially mess up her Uber Eats situation with Michael. Even with Ashley talking to that guy Luke, that was all for TV. That's why Ashley is going to have to get to a point where she cuts Michael completely off, and Michael's only responsible because she ain't getting no money from Michael. So the only thing that Michael is going to be responsible for or should be responsible for are the kids. But because she still depends on Michael financially, even though Ashley makes a good coin at, Bravo, she knows that if this check stops, whatever money I got saved up, that's going to have to last me until the next gig comes along. So even if Ashley has saved up 3, 4, 5 million, I'm just making up a number. Even if Ashley has saved up over 3, 4, $5 million since she's been on Potomac, she still knows that, girl, I still need that money to last me because I'm not getting nothing from Michael. But she's going to continue to go down this road where she really can't be in relationships with men. I think the only relationship that Ashley could be in that Michael won't feel some type of way is if she got into a relationship with a woman. I don't think Ashley was I don't think Ashley had sex with nobody in January. I don't think Ashley was really fooling with Luke like that. And I damn sure don't think Ashley fucked that black man. Ashley's not getting on TV saying that. Because she know Michael gonna get pissed off. And that could potentially have her living in a tent like her mama was. Hello? Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Candace and Ashley. Girl. Candace and Wendy. When Ashley was trying to see her children and Michael wouldn't allow her to see the children due to the cameras being around, and then Ashley told us that Michael has told her that if he appears on camera, he will sue her. Girl. Off that alone, if I were I know Candace don't want to go there with Ashley no more because it's been 5 seasons that they've been dragging each other. Ashley couldn't say a motherfucking thing to me. Not about no husbands. Girl, your husband, you just got on TV and told everybody that if Michael even sees his face flash across the screen while you're on FaceTime, your husband is going to sue you. Girl. And you got the nerve to sit your ass on TV and talk about Mia was digging for gold, but she only got fool's gold. Girl, the only fool in this entire situation is you. Mia ain't no fool. She might be a hoe, but she ain't no fool. Mia got with Gordon because he had a little bit of money. Mia was his arm candy. Mia was the trophy. When the money dried up, Mia got her purse. She got her skincare products. She got her keys. She got her kids. And she got the fuck up out of Dodge. You, my dear, are still dealing with a man who has threatened to sue you. And the only thing you walked away from the relationship is a credit card that you scared to use, access to a checking account that you only use for groceries for the kids, and money for Uber Eats. The way Ashley will get dragged but even said anything, girl, being a part of anything that got to do with my man, girl, the way they should be, girls throwing Ashley every which way but loose. Every which way but loose. And y'all know, girl, Ashley is my girl, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Ashley couldn't say nothing to me as it pertains to a man. Girl, really, truly shouldn't be throwing those, girl, like the diva say. Y'all can stop throwing dicks in people's faces anyways. But girl, Ashley's dick, girl, you couldn't say nothing to me. You couldn't say nothing to me. Nothing. No, Mia didn't walk away with nothing. She didn't. But Gordon ain't got nothing to get either. Michael probably still sitting over there on God knows how much coin. And you didn't walk away with nothing. That's the gag. It's one thing for Mia to walk away from from the marriage with nothing because he ain't got nothing to give. Young nigga got it. And you still ain't got it. But some Uber Eats. Access to Uber Eats. And groceries. You done lay with that white man. You done let that white man crawl on top of you. Spit out children that look just like him. And the only thing that you walk away from that relationship with is access to Uber Eats. Y'all see Ashley lied when they asked her did they still have credit cards together? Ashley lied and said she didn't. But in the confessional, she told the truth that she does have that credit card. She just doesn't use it. I need to know what Ashley. I really want to know what Ashley has done with her money. I pray to God that Ashley has invested her money, saved her money. I hope Ashley has a nice portfolio. I just hope. Because I would hate to look up and Ashley be an OG of this show. And if this is her last season, Ashley is making what? I don't know. I'm just going to make up a number. $700,000, $800,000 a year. Probably more than that. I'm sure Ashley making a decent coin. Again, being an OG. And girl, you walk away and you ain't got a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. I hope you ain't let Michael be over your money. At least with Quad, shout out to Quad. At least with Quad, Dr. G came out and said that he didn't know what Quad was making. Quad had enough sense to know, girl, I'm about to leave this nigga. I need to keep my money under wraps. I hope Michael ain't had access to Ashley's money like that. Karen with a personal trainer. I got what Robyn was trying to go with it, but it's still dumb. Because let me just say this: you don't have to have a certificate or a license to know how to do a job. You know how many people walking around here that don't have a barber's license, been cutting hair since they was 12 years old, and still cut hair to this day? Girl, you know how many times I done got my hair cut by a barber who did not have a license? Why would you go to a barber? He's not even he's not even trained. He's not even licensed, girl. You know how many hairstylists are walking around here? Girl can fix hair with the best of them. Girl ain't went to beauty school not one time. So him not being an actual personal trainer has nothing to do with whether or not he knows what he's doing. I would assume, looking at Vernon, I can tell through his clothes he has a nice body. He probably knows what to do. He's just not certified. Now, when it comes to Karen's heart problem and all that stuff, now that's where we can go. Well, Karen, why are you with this man? He don't know nothing about no hearts. Okay, right. But that wasn't what Robyn was trying to make it seem as though it was weird that Karen was being personally trained by someone who's not an actual personal trainer. And to me, that don't mean nothing at all. At all, girl. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. Girl, I'm done. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. But was that it? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Bye, y'all.